kremofo se de omo gidi e wo NDC mu kofom na sa research no ye ne da bay why no ni di nkoma wetime si sa gina ye no anka benefse ase won so de free edinu ye bokra no mo ye macho JM wabo Jubilees my crowd ye ba mo hosisi ye be di mo ho nkomo eti radio na mo de monitor en mumbiam biam pa ena mo ma na do na ntie krata bi beto na nim 2021 ana wase go to one among wo shega na nyina bo se wo ba betu gadamse ase ana krata bi beda na nim krata no so na danse die bata ho aka wo to one among when the wujuma Erica Yanyota Academy. Because if you don't deal with it, it will come back to haunt you. And I say, come on, bed made furniture. Madama, and you did Ibramo, bed made furniture. A demo Konya, offices in Konya, and dining sets, kitchen cabinet. Come on, Papa Panibi, Oman Atenase, a bonus of fam. Bed made furniture war Achimota, ABC Junction. Friend was 0206 409999 and a 0247 427777. Sevenata, baby, I will be a march. Unicorn car rentals or Basi, or SUV, or Saloon Kai, Famo, Monomo Fama High, Serbia, Sikababa Duboto. Can't see a basha, so come on. Yababokan who buy a mouth, come on. It's a Unicorn car rentals at Chalquine, our Melvin Peak Hotel, and at Airport City. From one NASA and your money come on WhatsApp and so was 020-840-4000. Unicorn car rentals. For the car of my high now, Jessica Gubotom. And one year, member showing our Mesakiomu, a Kulungana Limited Naye. Yeah, then you know, Bonnie Deans of Mesakio. Your friend of Mesakio. And what do you want? Okona Nabaja by Wo Kaija Benyabiato, Jukat Pharmacy, Kaswa Tigo Office, Pharmaceutical Pharmacy, Kaswa, Unicom Chemist, Malam Junction, Dampon Pharmacy, Hospintex. Kulungana Limited or East Legon Champon Junction. Compare Mesakio Ibito Free Ho. Between from 0244 139 176 and 0204 139 176. Ochime ochira ye memenda Steve New job training eyenza no nyuman tete Ghana fo nyina obia mra Steve New job training woso mu nyina momra na ye ncha mo sede esi ye nwafuo sede esi ye eye adwene afuo ensuom nama ye fro na adwene no na afuo sede esi ye no sede esi yen adwene emasika beda ye botom sede esi ye eye ensuom nam enuani eye fish feed making obechew and a earthing system graffiato electric fence CCTV camera installation bar soap powder soap liquid soap fruit ice cream brown sugar biodigester ochina memenda and a jumadi ebekoso ewo Asama Senior High School Asasek 300 cities per annual Joe was so bad for gallon back obra said by a year I didn't may or be maubi now so acquire or bet your quanya or bit my fossil a crowd or more medetiawa and sana will pond no I ready or bet you nina bet you and I feel so what the bass back was here come more our bass no a double call a year Asama Senior High School for free one use car. What do call for free? Pay we now penny. Mr. Aquanya way, mem money show to one more. Said by Yam Fasudino, also by Combi, but my friend Stephen 055 555 9464 and a 055 555 9465. Stephen Job Training Center, your hope for a better life. Many wisdom had a job, meaning about this education to be answered. Obate a year a jack and Ashibin Sonka. Because I got him saying come on any day. But answer na obate a year wisdom had a job in Kano. Mommy and Quechi. Nano Mampani and Nando Danko Kufado was a gun in Abo. In fact, what in the presidency too so. And did I get him saying come away? A yana ye mubi yaye emotional about it. And it's not just because of Mampani the boss and qua. but so she said yes say myself for videos not to so said yes say yensuo ye kwaye yensase ne ye kra wom eye womo a womo ado eye your friend say koko mfuo ye de gadam say abese mfuo yi yada da koko nkuafo koko akuafo say wonim for wasase yi maye na yentu efama gudie emfrim because already cocoa industry ni say no because of gadam say say cocoa industry production kofom Ghana na no ye de hwa ho say eba cocoa tie yetimi ti cocoa bebrebe yetimi de mane kwa manone no e say sa di bre no ye free yensem all because of gadam say enfonyin ye de screen so yi mia ye green ni nyina say hwa ye brown ni nyina no it should tell you the level of devastation ye was suku wisdom na ensu a ewo Ghana ha ne de tonyom biata no ankobra pra ofin biata no ankobra pra ofin and now the sunti na obra na black voter brefidi akaro black voter white voter otiyo konvango otiboswe konva ne de tonyom. I was so proud singing about the rivers in Ghana. And as I say, rivers in Ghana done by the rivers of Babylon. It says, shooting in I had tantantai, as I got wine, and as a team pampa. And the screen so. And you see, your president, you know, Eka Sachre say, well, Babe 2 and Namombi, what Tamsika $10 million, $10 million on. Yes, $10 million, so what the other day. Fight. So what the Babe Quantia, Gadam say, Quatri Quaswa, ye faso, and yet to a from a good year, and they say, and Sassy, a quiet, and he ensue. So that was the kind of posturing that your man penny de Maye. Now what is some interministerial committee on illegal mining. Tiadino, interministerial committee on illegal mining.
10 ministries.
10 ministries.
Near Komubum di Sedjuman.
Call Twaso.
10. Kwame. But answer na even member sa 10 ministries no so. A year okay, a year prof from Pomboating, ne letter and I say ne report no or troye by the end of March 2021 now. Okay, conclusion part of the letter now. Or tro bibi or say mamen kind. Or say in conclusion, I believe that it would take more commitment, resilience, and goodwill of Ghanaians not to only preserve our rich biodiversity for present and future generations, but also prevent disaster and deaths of the vulnerable in mining communities. Wow. This was his concluding remarks.
Wow. Now
March 2021. Say yambo modin na aban any Ghana phone nyina anhwe na sa galamse queen no yanso ano a
endisun
kunima nipa bewu
atore ncham
beto yen ye bese yensuo ye bese yenfudie ye bese yensase asema prof ekan ye March 2021 bosunu be mu ne wi afi be mu ne wi in less than 2 years she devastation aba.
And
in March alone, deaths are sema okanye. In March alone, deaths are sema okanye. In 2021, report available. HSA nipa 68. And in 2021, galamsey amana ebugom somuye.
Wow. Nipa duosia enwotwe.
Eduosia enwotwe. Prof Eka same we here in March. By the end of the year 2021, na nipa 68. And any report confirmed once omunya ye. Say nipa 68 ena galamsey amana ebuogu omuso a omu ewu
ena busu for krata ya menua wisdom eka ho asemi eno eda ye mampanyin na nado dan kwaku ado anim ne enti a ye kasa is simply because Abdul Malik kwaku baako ena Kevin Taylor de ade betu dwa wono so tu one among kobusa prof say matisa bante Kevin Taylor bi kurakura krata bia wo bubobubo midin wom se wo na wo twereye prof wo na aka asasem we prof ebajitum say sanhwe ye ene nsem ya Kevin Taylor e de abetu dwai ono an twereye enti we professor from Pomboate enuma say but idea poten eno kan ye e was our report yi mu a what the man penny as far back as 2021
March 2021. Good. In Yamo candidate Bebre say ne depths as more can he spoke about it or sanso can be about a year insuo ekoswa essay or sanso ekasai about the importation of excavators near the idea say nano it has to take the goodwill of the president and the people of Ghana. Na me nyokaya me areho kakra and I say me areho pan say oba recommendations na or make here na or can be say there should be the ban on excavators. Bra or can say and then he made the remark say it is unfortunate that government is still importing excavators. Wow. Why recommend they say these are the things one to me aswano na magalam say fight ne to me disunkunim no they were still importing excavators.
Let's just say yemfino. Let's just say the crat and yehunsu yemfiu. Just say
me me yama prof because say ye can a bibi memu ha. And come on, a back cardiothoracic centers and I say cardiothoracic surgeon. There's nobody compared to him.
Yeah.
But and now about Prof. Dia, what comes to mind? Galam say, just say I said it didn't pot all.
Okay.
So this was a remedy. Nanka Obama didn't say Ghana for Benyo Muntuma Perfria, not that cardio surgeon na Ghana for Enya and Ketumia Koso now Siciano, ya say Bibia to the extent that all the recommendations are here, Uncle Sishi. Okay. And then he made mention, say, the handlers of the president, people close to the president.
Yanko Bohono, Kohono, that kind of said you will see can ask him no, Pepe, but answer that Wabra what you want already no. Yanko name come out one name, Yanum GTV for D, a hono was see Sudia. I didn't sub Pimbo, a shy car say, when say, oh, mom would dig at them say you won't send some meeting to me. A man for be a more Jubilee House. Say no can answer no GTV.
What was the true story?
The true story is that at the start of the Operation Vanguard thing, the soldiers were supposed to arrest the excavators. And they go into the forest where they are doing the mining, and they remove the control board.
Okay.
So if they remove 20 control boards today, they will report that they have immobilized 20 control boards.
Once they are removed, there's no way those excavators can move.
But then when you go away, they'll bring new control boards and fix them, and then and off they go. So we got a report that they had immobilized over 750 something excavators. So we appointed somebody to go around and check. When we went around, I think we got about 150, 200 that we could see. Okay. The rest had either been given to the owners or they put in some extra parts and move them away.
Okay.
And then somebody put it out there, from Bob Martin has taken 500. What am I going to do with it? There was an orchestrating scheme, even within the party and government.
To get you out.
So that, look, why is it when I left, now everybody is in the forest? At that time, we dare not enter the forest.
Yeah.
You know, but as I said, I don't want to go into details now because I have a lot to say on that. But let me tell you that I did not take one excavator for anything. And they know the truth. Now, things are coming up. You know, those who are behind it and the party people who are there, people in government, including Jubilee House, who are doing galamsey.
Okay, eti party for mu say no kra na ba bonten ye nyina ye hu party Professor Bob Ase what kind no ye nyina ye nim party for mu ko form Jubilee House a omu wom ye call report ni ma wo ye specific ubo mu din ye ntie
ya afo okan obonidin e wo ha na eba ya osafo mafo asema eye prof ekan ya o say the minister, the senior minister also engaged in meetings that was horrible. He made it.
He engaged in meetings
that was
horrible.
Now in this meeting, Ochoa said in 2019, in 2019, October 2019, there was one Mr. Seth Mante, a journalist working with Peace FM, was apprehended because of unlawful excavator sales. So Seth Mante, no age about Peace FM. prof said na oton excavators Emma Galamsey for and na yekoche no
oton excavators
yes
Emma Galamsey for yechi omo
na omokoche omo or say in the course of investigations Mr. Mante confessed that he was contracted by one Mr. John Oforiata, the National Security Coordinator for the Central Region, and Mr. Eko Ewusi to use his bank account at the National Investment Bank for what effectively was money laundering. That was what just say ye terms kapudu na de ye jumedia ensen fata sen ye ne Matthias
yeah.
Effectively, the proceeds from the excavator sales were lodged in St. Mante's bank account. The monies lodged were later cashed out and given to Mr. John Oforiata, who in turn gave some of the money to Ekousi. Mr. Mante's handwritten statement to the police is in this page, into page 28 and 27 now. The written statement here said Mate also. I said the senior minister sent someone to me for a copy of Mr. Mate's statement as well as a copy of the bank transaction as recorded in St. Mate's bank statement from the National Investment Bank. After going through the document, the senior minister is reported to have remarked that Eko Ewusi is his boy and would not do such a thing. However, if there was a bad person, it would be Prof. Boateng. That's what he's saying.
Wow.
If there will be a bad person,
no Prof.
Boateng because yes, St. Manteno any National Security Coordinator bi akwakodi sumasi dwumadi bi ema omudi sika atam editor Galamsey ena no prof no a reporter ma police for achi omo no senior minister baba ya ebeje statement na St. Mante edi aba no ebeka se St. Mante ni de ne ho son
sabrobe
meanwhile achi no agini statement. Who are you, Professor, senior minister, to come and vindicate or to come and whitewash him?
Yeah, especially when na post for Nanka Sanswe. I mean, because as someone better money, someone the mobile review, Nasa was only a corner, you didn't quarter, you didn't court. Bibi sat down when but at least the prof can for the senior minister. Yeah, no. But apart from senior minister,
it's not one was say senior minister, Crow and associate, buy ye can't was a map and I saki your dome level. And therefore for buy I say he is clean and pure.
Okay. Apart from senior minister, ya or suffer marfo. Minim se kuba akone Gabiochi Dako, and Charles Ni take Edin in Abiba Bemu. Say ye beti ma kokoko sa emiano ewo yes our reporting one afi yakwa Oman so na ye ne orake na sigbe so atwetwe nkomo ne ebisa ne nsam say on the back of sa revelations here abey wo hu ne say efa Galamsey ko no because when ye amaneba Professor Frimpong Boateng e de kwato mampanyi anim ana ko hwe anim say mampanyi ebetime tu one amon sada be ya Galamsey nsensemi yetimi apeno ne pomasibre but wabra wo yes ar mamenka say anopa ya nso owura eye Ado Malik kwaku ba akon enso atwere krata e de akoma Professor Kwabena Frimpong Boateng na krata ne mu nsem was a good day prof. Forgive me for distracting you with yet another presentation to you, despite your busy schedule, as you indicated to me in one of your responses to my earlier reactions. This particular presentation has been triggered by my reading of your report to the Chief of Staff in full and the portions concerning me and the New Crusading Guys publication about you, which you consider as part of the consistent and long-standing attacks on you by me and the newspaper. On page 16 of your report, you articulated that the Interministerial Committee on Illegal Mining, IMCIM, organized its task force and a complex operation to dislodge Donald Etua and his CNG Alaska from Diaso Forest. The jubilation in the communities around and concession was ecstatic. Naturally, Donald Etua and his friend were not happy with what IMCIM did. You continued. In particular came under you continued that I in particular, that is Kweku Baako, came under severe attack. A fierce attacker was Mr. Kweku Baako, a journalist who personally called to inform me that the managers of CNG were his friends. And Mr. Kweku Baako published unsavory things about me at the time. You would recall that I feel the way of Kweku Baako kasa. Also, when they can go to the prof kan and were reporting. I feel ye back Kweku Baako. Na sama walk catch prof. Sa prof on kai baby. Also, prof obekaya. You recall that in my second WhatsApp communication on the 19th of April 2023 with you, I indicated that I had not accessed a copy of your report addressed to the Chief of Staff. I will not argue issues with you, at least for now. Because when you can say, Prof. Obekaya, me can catch or say, sa report now they are Chief of Staff, and also they are Mampenyi, Nanado me, Mensan Kaye. But fortunately, Yamin Chadie, a good Samaritan, Obia, Akomapa, or Wakomapa, no wodo or domino. Etimide a yes, our report ye, Abreme, or say, a copy of the full report has come to me as of yesterday, and I'm now inclined to call your attention to the obvious flaws inherent in your references and or observations about me in the IMCIM's fight against Galamsey and illegal mining. Was it the following are my verifiable facts? Number one, I made 2 telephone calls to you on the 20th of October 2017. Official MTN call chat available for verification and authentication. The purpose of which was to arrange an appointment for the Canadian owner of CNG Alaska Company, Simon Adien, and Donald Etua, the Ghanaian general manager of the company, to see you. Now, okay, well, not just a wajia to say, or no, odi animu.
Yes,
he says our company no. And then the general manager where Ghana no ani dine a Donald Etua no. Womunko Professor Frimpong Boate.
Yes.
The entire company ne ba a ye Kweku Baako nchen wan chemu ha. But number 2 was a telephone calls which lasted 4 minutes 25 seconds combined resulted in you kindly agreeing to meet the 2 gentlemen representing the company under reference at 4 p.m. in your office. During my second call to you, same day, 20th October 2017, I explained to you the purpose of meeting you the purpose of the meeting you are scheduled for them in your office at 4 p.m. that day. I told you that the 2 gentlemen, one of whom Donald was a personal friend, no madam for, intended to brief you on the consistent invasion of the company's concession by Galamsey since October 2016. Etibotaintia. Now what dear Nimu say, Prof. Ebeshia, a year Sam Penifui, and they say, no more diabetu nanim say, woman ni omonfa mrakwanso omutu efoma gudie no agba wura sa company no the concession anan biaya wotu efoma gudie eno ntina Kweku Baako se wodi omanim se omumra embehu Professor Frimpong Boateng ba enkofo ya yebo omudin ede pa na prof ekafa omo ho ewo krata yi mu
eba eye Kojo Ponkroma Minister of Information near prof ekan say omo eye Kojo Ponkroma the journalist echo workshop na workshop nechi no na the informal newspaper ede ba say eye 500 excavators ayera na near Ponkroma eye ne say enka bibisa sia na eye information ministry eka interministerial committee on illegal mining ho internet say enka ofre no bisa say na akosi but wanye ne sa
interesting
into omo cabinet meeting no pe and no sorry Prof Boateng and the 500 excavator missing no just say odigu ne hu animu ase or say on Monday 10th February 2020 the informal newspaper whose editor was at the meeting had the banner headline on its front page as reproduced below.
Informal newspaper paper editor.
Yes.
Now science nase.
Yes, Akojo upon my friends in some shop for no mudi komono. He was in that meeting.
Okay.
To mufi meeting nimu pie yepe and as a headline we ebaye.
It's a meeting nimu no. Ena ebeda ni when they say excavators be ayira.
We don't know say some meeting nimu and no more kan and I say it was an a hindsight decision be take here. But penny prof action sa ena oka or say as if that was not enough. On Thursday, 13 February 2020, at the 71st cabinet meeting, Mr. Opon Nkrumah, in his regular report to cabinet, talked about the news that was trending in the week. The first thing he mentioned was Frimpong Boateng and 500 missing excavators. It must be noted that Mr. Opon, as Minister of Information, was a member of IMCIM.
That's the Interministerial Committee on Illegal Mining.
And never called me to find out what I knew about the missing excavators, but found it worthwhile to magnify it in a press and also present the falsehood before cabinet for reasons best known to him and his so-called operation.
First, we are page 12. Oko page 12 a ehona eye Abdul Malik Kwakuba akomo ho nsem no ene omo Jubilee House no omo ho nsem no ewo se de be ya yebetima abonitew na se yebetima mamansan so abeka ho ano mo abeka ho but Kwakuba akwa asem a wo catch prof ene se ne message a wo to mane no WhatsApp so no nanka ye message anka da ono ne mienu ntem be ene won wa say finding its way to the public na say amansan nyina hunu say obebusa ne say sakrata ya wo hwe ono Kwakuba akwo nsem no wono na hwe anasa nya ono na hwe but din nyina echi no Kwakuba akwo say in spite of that development I continued a series of exchanges with you via WhatsApp, same on private and personal mode. However, after assessing a copy of your report addressed to the Chief of Staff and with particular focus on the things you said about me and against the backdrop of widespread circulation of innuendos, insinuations, and outright defamatory interpretations of your report relative to me and my character, I have opted to go public with this reaction of mine for good reason. So we say, God bless our homeland Ghana and rid her of all traces of environmental terrorism and terror. So we say, Ami, Kwakuba akuye Muslimini inti. I say, Ami. Etidian ye kafano. One presidential staffers and then the home cronaba a year Jubilee House Charles Nick take mudi and uro usumuina mudia ya bobo boy no so bet bobo so e dia maya per dia when you see king kakra.
Now over some of the issues are talking about now or say it's on record that the activities of some senior members of the MPP accounted for the anger at the community level. Then he mentions Honorable Joseph Albert Kwam, the former MP for Manson Kwanta, complies that individuals, complies such individuals. This is a member of parliament for Manson Kwanta constituency in the Ashanti region, and the same member of parliament, and he's also a member of the board of the Minerals Commission. He used his position as a member of the Minerals Commission to acquire several dozens of large-scale concessions in the district, especially for community mining purposes. He ended up selling these concessions in the district ostensibly for community mining purposes. He ended up to private. He ended up selling them to private individuals, party members for 200 Ghana cedis.
A concession, Nana.
A whole concession.
Asase
tada. Ya yenko ye prospect. Enko ye niebeye na yembe ntu galamse.
Prospect nature say ye kohwe. Say ye betimi etu sika kokko efro o
200 cedis.
Otoma omo 200 cedis.
Party members.
Ochicha mo te say ye chenkate ye.
200 cedis Kwame.
Why ye friend is saying
former member of parliament for Manson
Kwanta
Joseph Albert Kwam
into odusu ni din no ene de oye no kofoforo so yenko tentem abo no nkra pawnsima aduonum baako pawnsima aduonum ma mama mo kwan na mo so ma frɛ no ma be kyerɛ ma adwe na de mo won ka kyerɛ ye mampanyin nanado ene nia wo betima ya afa prof ensem ya beto dwa yi ho no na so de wafutu abakai se we ensem a Professor Frimpong Boateng akrucha gu nkrata so a eda chief of staff anim ene san so da mampanyin anim since 2021 nanka ne obi ahwa anim ne se ye mampanyin a wode $10 million ewura okun a ye kun atia gadamse yi mo no obetime gina sa danse die so etu anamon bi e beboa na gadam sensemi yetimi anya ne pomase bre wisdom to aso yenko
inti ekoso ana obo MPs former MPs na as friends party chairman ya omo constituencies ni ma jumedi omudia ne se omokoto concession na nyomo ya ne se no omo aton ama nkrofo with cheap prices eno any insusaso a ya ba behu ene which neche nyina ne say the president at the time report na yede man no say nka ondi sujuma ontu ho anamon na nka sam pempeso ayedu nu yamba bedu nu wentumi anye ne sa nti ayarehosem ene amemnefe ena prof ede eka sansemi because say nka omutumi etu ho anamon kakrampo a ene nka ya arresting crofo ena nka ye hwe say omo edi sa nyambra semi yede pepeye anase peperi ye ebe toso a anka wei entumi emba
afeyamra so called big man no big man yes sorry it will be say a chuma no the doma no say empenifo bi ni petitru bi wo Jubilee House big man bi wo sa gadam sensemi mo e na tied the amanfo ano Professor Frimpong Boateng enya ho adansedie e de koche mampanyi nanado edian obobo ene bi ne hwan
obi ane eye papa ya na kweku baako ebo ni din eye Donald Encho, that's the name, right? Now I say many Ghanaians will remember the name C&J Alaska, a mining company owned by Donald Encho and a Canadian national called Simon Anyin that caused a lot of destruction in the town in the town known as Dwabo Ase near Daiso. During the last NDC regime, several mining companies used MOUs with the Ghana Army that regulated the supply of security services to the mining companies. At one point, the soldiers at the C&J Alaska were under the command. Adam Mahama omo ekokunu den chobwa in May. Captain then Captain Adam Mahama yeboni din osanso ebo Charles Bisiu su edin ha o say on Monday January 11 2021 the task force entered a concession at a location called Bepotenting.
That's right,
Bepotenting. We had been monitoring for some time. Residents in the area complained that harassment by Chinese miners, the damage to the forest reserve was unimaginable. Just say, big economic trees had fell and dumped into muddy waters, water bodies to rot. Now huge pits were scattered over dozens of acres of land.
It said you who TV no so na ya sense aseno etututu amena and your say abas aseno so ne kwaye dem te said ye watch yenko.
Also, nearby cocoa farms had been destroyed and the land had been left devastated. Not long after Charles Bisiu made his call to Frank Asiedu Bekweng, popularly known as Protozoa, on the office of the Chief of Staff.
Protozoa.
Chief of Staff also called the task force and asked them to release the excavators they had arrested.
Yeah, Chief of Staff.
Chief of Staff.
It's a crater Chief of Staff.
Charles Bisiu concession. And now omoko and I say sir papa be a friend the Protozoa or no our Chief of Staff office or no and no this jumano and then on a Charles Bisiu for phone Ujaf ni 2 million order from above. Release them. Into Chief of Staff. Just say, or can't a year send your can say people at the presidency who are also into this Chief of Staff.
office
chief of staff
and no more okay 9:55 ye be phone lines no the next name of Charles need take ho edin so eka ho we kai say we ye krata prof atwere ena nkofo ya yabobo mu nyina edin Gabi Ochidako any Abdul Kwaku Bako Omunkwa na aba bonten abeka sensema ya ka form hono enye no kre but first call aba mamene nkasa hello morning.
Hello, good morning, Kwame.
Examino ni ehwe agu ono prof akani nyina efutu oba na de be mama mpanyi wabra ubo odin no ache ba bia wo free
Mpacho me di asa me kasa fi sunya wai afutu am de be mama mpanyi ni say ono na kai ma yasi na tie to no wantima tu garanti a se obetu no wade so na da research ka jitu dia watamato a ogwo ni sia $10 million te wan ya one timanya charge bisu no crowd im jenda ya me ya kwa charge bisu we last man ya kwanya net TV station ba to adum TV ni kasa wo kromwa ndi akufo do no se bi se wa fa Ghana ni mu ana wa fa Ghana sai akufo de extra enene garanti ya de nanu ada ya azim to be ankura de police garanti ya manfo wu ko anya garanti na ya ma police ko gu ko to ye ko ma bra na anya garanti
za pepe me da say mama na nanu incident ko so mana no si enko foforo so na ono ane efri ahoma no so hello kafra ya hwero 0208984166 0208984166 hello morning Emisa want to minka yanko foforo so na yene ne nkomo hello good morning
boss
papa we dina baby of free
from the position because it's santiachi
ofa e na waka chairman panyin
I'm going to do papa. Then I knew papa. Say I didn't buy the so because I quite a big girl. I'm saying for so long. My you do bear 2020. Oh, no economy. No man calling me. Ya dear. I got them say diba. Masa. The man can make a share. Or my really bad make a kind of
yeah. But I am on Coquia for the other most worker. Because Gadam say yao pennyfu awo presidency ye can say omudi muntinti mai eno na nam so asese mu kokofo nyina asese no hello morning
hello good morning sir
Mr. Wudina baby of free
your friend David Agbalanyo because after Oman George no
Agbalanyo yentie wa David
Oman Peneno I say Nwangasa resign and yes obi be ka kire no because adia mu show ne river pa man for sanu mun pa ni there masa Ghana pa there ni fu asama mbeka kwa mpo o ma pani o fe kunya no so ne John Dramani Mahama o ma take over
all right me da se pass wa Franco Trading Enterprise phone papa pa fie kai se phone papa pa bia o pe bia se ye Nokia iPhone Samsung and afen so TV ya de fin fam da ho ya ba fu de bi ni ti kama ni fefefe obenya bia to ho Franco air condition so Ghana ye wiem sakra e bobra ni hwe so a ye dia obenya bia to ne bo no so wo fom kai se obeto download Franco Trading app no na watimi any o medi bia from more 0246 422 338 and 055 5939311 Franco Trading Enterprise settle phone papa perfie the atwa wisdom na fe yen sore so
the atwa no say eye ne prof ekan ye no say wo hwe nkrofo a yewu anase omu ewu within the last period now. These are nkrofo omu ages na range from 20 to 45 years. That tells us the active population of the youth no we are losing them because anya dia galam say fight no eye anything betumi aka se eye no kre because se nanadu etumi tena ase ehwe mankrofo wuye edisika kotena ho when you knew very well said the fight against Galamsey was just a sham. Why are you just killing Ghanaians?
It's amazing.
Why are you just killing Ghanaians? Now last February Ghana Pediatric Society had report about say there's the increasing number of child mortality.
Yes,
no mwewu omu didem ebibe na ne teche machia no wakola bi na ne sin nyina tutu ebe wakola bi na ne nyina asai no eya ade a eye lead mercury na arsenic ya omudi edi Galamsey dwumadie no because awofo nsuo na no munum nti no ema maybe beba yeah, work Labia or mining community obetumi survive. And let's imagine what this will mean.
Yeah, and about could be a yen betumi one dance and say Nancy Yatu is boom.
Yes,
is your boom yatum. Yentia yatum say Ghana Water Company say we here enuro no pii e wo se wo to bebre e na wo to nso a wo behia sika bebre e na de ato ansana watimi nya aboa ama nsuo nani ate na wanya bia nom eno nti na ne yato ensuo ebuo mu Galamsey ntira enti abusuafo sadansidia se yampa sadansidia bi sa abeda mampanyi anim na mampanyi ya so na tam 10 million sa wode ku atia Galamsey na dansidia bi sa abeda wanim since 2021 na mampanyi ani hudwuma na no ene sei mo yan fan go di weekend why yapon Dwabo Ase ne de brama mi din de kwa menka ono so din de wisdom nyansa heda jome.
But as na kwa we dey make say special happy birthday pa enkoma Ami Bless ya awareness or Medimosis Prostate and Wellness Center and there ewa oda say ewa oda
my dada akroso ya do die show na na enya wonya okra
Give me cloak, give me love and give me share.
benim ni wura ya de si agimanie power ni agima beto aso agima brabe man ye ni nje wa ye sere wada kosan nsem na ya tete ne no
Give me cloak, give me love and give me shelter.
tigana be ni agimanie power ni
Please, this one you sang me, I sing from the deep.